For more than 100 years, Mable Ringling's Rose Garden has wowed guests to the Bayfront estate. The Italian-style garden features hundreds of varieties of roses. The Ringling's Christopher Troksa shows us why the spring is the best time of year to visit.
For the last 100 years, Mable Ringling's Rose Garden has been the most beautiful gathering place in Sarasota. And today we're going to talk to Landscape Superintendent Greene about why now is the ideal time to visit.
April's always the best time to come out to Mable's Rose Garden because that's when the greatest number of roses are in bloom. The Rose Garden has over 1,000 different bushes. We have over 300 different varieties, and we have over 20 different types of roses. So if you have a rose that you remembered, chances are it's in this garden. The history of the Rose Garden goes back to 1913. That's when Mable Ringling established this garden, and we believe it was inspired by the trips that the Ringlings made to Italy. And they saw other gardens over there, and they brought that garden design back with them. We have miniature roses all concentrated in particular beds. We'll have David Austin roses concentrated in particular beds, and old garden roses. So as you wander through the garden, you'll see groups of like roses. The Rose Garden was the first project the Ringlings undertook when they came to Sarasota on this property, and it really speaks volumes of the love Mable had for the Rose Garden. With her busy schedule, this was a spot that she could kind of get away from the demands of her social life and come out and enjoy nature, and she had just a passion for roses.
Roses are not the easiest thing to grow in Sarasota because of the various kind of diseases that we're particularly susceptible to given the high humidity and high temperatures. For about 2 weeks, I think there's about 10 other volunteers, spent most of our time mulching this with literally hundreds of bags of mulch. The really good news is that it's going to be even more beautiful as the next couple weeks go on. The head rose gardener expects that about April 1 it should be in full bloom.
There are over 300 variety of roses here in Mable's garden, including one named after the namesake, Mable Ringling.